You've got a very tricky balance ahead of you. You want to try and compensate households for high cost of living, but you don't want to overheat the economy.
That's right.
How tricky is that?
It's a difficult balancing act because we're moving to the next phase of our fiscal strategy, which will obviously see gross debt as a share of the economy peak earlier and lower than what was forecast in my EFO, and then reduce over time. That's a good sign of the health of the economy. We've also got inflation, which is higher than what we initially forecast, so we don't want to overheat the economy. We've got to get the balance right. But Andrew, we fully understand that the number one topic around the kitchen tables of Australia is cost of living, and so there will be some relief in this budget.
But the trick here is you don't want to do anything that's actually a structural change. It has to be temporary. Is that the meaning of temporary?
Well, from the start of this crisis, our economic support has been temporary, targeted and proportionate to the challenge we faced. We haven't built in long-term structural spending. We've done what has been needed to be done. And again, that's what you'll see in the budget in just over a week's time.
Not everyone needs help. Would you regard that as a statement of the bleeding obvious?
Well, I think a lot of families are finding it tough right now. The good news is that we've been able to keep the unemployment rate low at 4%. That's the lowest in 14 years. Female unemployment is at the lowest level since 1974. That's great news, and it does go against Australia's experience in the 1980s and the 1990s recession, when it took up to a full decade to see the unemployment rate recover. So it's been a real focus for us to keep people in work and to create new jobs. I think that's been a great story. But we've also got to deal with the cost of living pressures, many of which have been coming from the international situation, like the oil price.
For as long as you've been in this building, for as long as I've been in this building, one-off payments has been the trick. It's a trick worthwhile pursuing, do you think?
Well, I'm not going to get on the sticky paper with you today as to what is in or what is in or what is not in the budget, but there will be measures in the budget that will address the cost of living pressures that Australians now find themselves in.
Thanks, Treasurer.
Thank you.